talking about what living on Mars would be like. So for this, just so we can get an understanding of what it's going to be like, let's start by closing our eyes and kind of picturing what it would be like. So I'm going to close mine. No peeking. I'm peeking. No peeking. All right. Now, I want you to think, what do you think it would sound like on Mars? I think it would sound kind of windy. Maybe you could hear some dust outside. Now, since we're inside of our habitats, what machine sounds do you think you would hear? Well, since I know that there's no breathable atmosphere like we have here on Earth, on Mars, I think we would hear something that kind of sounds like an air conditioner that produces our oxygen. Maybe we also might hear a water purifier. What other machine sounds do you think that would be? Maybe a robot arm? Maybe we might hear that. Now, what colors do you think we would see naturally? I know in the pictures there's a lot of red and maybe some browns in there. Now what about what colors for our habitat? Mine I'm picturing whites and blues and grays. So now that we've kind of envisioned what we think our habitat would look like, let's talk about what we would need. So like I said, there's no breathable atmosphere on Mars like we have here on Earth, so we would need something that produces oxygen. Maybe something that filters the air and maybe produces oxygen, or something like they have on the International Space Station, an oxygen recycler. Now, what about water? We can bring water with us, but it would be nice to have a water purifier, right? So that we could reuse the water and not have to wait on shipments from Earth to bring us water. What else would we need? Well, we would need power to do stuff, right? Because if I wanted to plug in my phone, although I don't know if I'd bring my phone to Mars, I would need something to charge it with. So maybe we could bring batteries. But that might be a little much, right? To wait for shipments on batteries to come back. What about solar panels? That's a good one. Or I've heard some people talk about nuclear power on Mars. Wouldn't that be cool? So there's a couple power options. We have our air taken care of, our water. What else do humans need? We breathe air, we drink water. What do we do on a daily basis? Sometimes 3 times a day. We eat food. What could we do for food? Well, on the International Space Station, they have to wait for shipments to come up for food, but they do have a garden. Maybe we could include a garden in our habitat to produce food, because it takes about 6 months for shipments to come to Mars. So maybe having food shipped from Earth might not be the best idea. Maybe they could ship us Christmas food at Christmas time, but I think a garden would be the best bet, right? Now, we've got that. What else would we need in a habitat? Why are we going to Mars? To study, right? To do scientific experiments and learn more about the Martian planet? Well, we might need a science lab for that, right? We can include some really cool stuff, some decking out, right? We could put a robot arm out there because, you know, some stuff gets heavy, right? Maybe that would be the use for the robot arm, or the robot arm could be used like a surgical arm and do precise movements. That would be cool too. So I want you guys to think about what are some of the things that you would need for your Martian habitat. All right, then you guys are going to use that cardboard for this experiment, that 10 by 10 piece of cardboard, or whatever size you have, and you guys are going to find materials around your house. It could be materials that you've used in experiments already. I think I have some of mine. Or it could be materials that you have around your house, but make sure that you ask your parents first. But you guys are going to design your Martian habitats. Now, while you're designing them, make sure you think about the basic needs that we would need. So water, air, food, power, and scientific experimentation, right? And then go on and add as many things as you would like to it, decorate it, and we're going to talk about these some more on one of our calls, all right?